Becker, swim dodge, fires and scores! Skipping in the step, behind the back! Pass, the extra look, and the goal! Shot on goal and good.
We are at Southside High School for Conference CD Boys Lacrosse here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Today it is Bethpage visiting Southside. Hi again, everyone. I'm Peter Schwartz. I'm joined by St. Dominic head coach Tom Rooney. And Tom, this is a very important game for both teams as we head down the stretch here in the regular season.
Yeah, this has a big impact on what the playoffs will look like in Class C. Southside came in as the preseason number 3, and Bethpage is the preseason 4. So this game is really going to determine where they finish in the regular season and how the playoffs lay out. It's important. Both coaches indicated that this is a huge game for them, this late in the season.
When you look at the Bethpage Golden Eagles, it all goes down to Brian Luzzy, their outstanding senior attackman. 28 goals, 15 assists, 43 points. He is their impact player. He is committed to Cornell, an outstanding young lacrosse player.
Yeah, Brian's a young man who can do everything on a lacrosse field. I mean, he's a big-time scorer. He can shoot from the outside. He's a very unselfish player. He'll, be a deft passer today. He can do a lot. He draws a lot of attention from the other defense, and they have to ride him. He's almost like the Michael Jordan of Bethpage. You got to let him shoot. You got to give him the ball, and you got to hope he has a big game.
He had a huge game earlier this season, April 4th against Syosset, 7 goals and an assist in that game. And when you look at the Southside Cyclones, with a record of 7-3, 4-1 in conference, their impact player tonight is their face-off specialist, number 25, Michael Melkonian. He is a sophomore, and he is having an outstanding season, winning 70% of his face-offs.
Michael has been lights out. I mean, he's a very good athlete. He's excellent on the draw. He has multiple exits. And what it's done for Southside is, they're starting 3 new attackmen. They have a younger offense. Everybody knows about Brady West. They're big midi, but they're really starting a lot of younger guys, new guys. And he gives them a ball a lot, and it gives them a lot of confidence and allows them to play free.
And when you look at Melkonian tonight, it's going to be an interesting thing to look at in this game because Bethpage does not have a Fogo. They do not have a regular person that takes faceoffs. And in talking to head coach Roddy McCoy about that earlier in the week, he said that has been a big part of the team's struggle, particularly early in the season when they started 0-7. They don't have a regular faceoff person. Generally, they'll score a goal and have a good feeling they're not going to get the ball back and be able to go on a run.
Right. And Roddy told me that he's tried everything. He's tried different middies. He's actually tried Luzzy. They've used poles. He knows what he's up against tonight. And really what it comes down to is you're going to have to play good D, and you're going to have to be really, really good in the clearing game. That Southside's going to get possession, so you got to get stops, and then you can't let them get that second possession. You got to clear the ball cleanly and let Luzzy and Galgano go to work on offense.
Mentioned Bethpage 3-7. They're 3-2 in conference. They lost their first 7 of the season. They've won their last 3, so they're in contention there in the conference. We'll take a look at their starting lineup, and the last line of defense is a good one for Bethpage. Number 45, Joe Tesler. He's a senior, and he's heading to Arcadia.
Yeah, Joe is excellent. He's got great reactions. I mean, you really have to have good placement to beat Joe in the cage. He's very, very good.
And their back line anchored by 2 senior defensemen. And as Roddy McCoy pointed out, the quarterbacks of their defense, Mike Corbo and James David.
Yeah, 2 guys that are going to go play college lacrosse. They're tough. They're experienced. And they're going to be tested tonight. Southside has a good offense, and, these guys, I think, will be up to the task.
And in the middle, 3 really good players, including the senior midfielder Luke Galgano, an all-conference football player as well, and he's off to Delaware in the fall.
Yeah, I really like the way Galgano plays the game. He does it all for Bethpage. He'll clear the ball, he plays defense, and then on offense, he is a downhill dodger, very, very tough kid, very good athlete. Yeah, he's going to be fun to watch tonight.
Now up front, we talked about Brian Luzzy, but also Jack DePonte, very good, and a junior, Sean Smith, up front for Bethpage. When you look at Southside, another outstanding goalie, having a great season, Tommy Gentile, number 1, a junior. He is committed to Boston University a year from this fall.
Yeah, Tommy's excellent. I think Tommy's one of the best goalies on the island. He tracks the ball really well. He's excellent in the clearing game. He gets them saves, and then immediately it turns into offense as he gets the ball out.
Back line for Southside, they really have 4 starters. They start 3, but it's always a question mark between Pat Mullen and Ryan Castle. Castle gets the start tonight, but their big player on the back line, Patrick Erickson, who's got 13 ground balls, a very physical player.
Yeah, I really like the way Southside plays defense. They're aggressive. They'll come after you with their sticks, a couple lefties, and these guys are experienced. They played some really big games this year against some larger schools. They'll be up to the task of Luzzy and Galgano.
In the middle for Southside, of course, Brady West. We touched on him, 20 goals, 11 assists, 31 points. He's got 25 ground balls. And also having a big season is the son of head coach Steve DiPietro, Cole DiPietro, who is having a fine season for himself.
Yeah, Cole's a nice player, Cole's got a lot of shake to him. You're going to watch him, and you're going to see some head and shoulder right to left, head and shoulder left to right. He normally draws a short stick because Brady has the pole, and Cole does a good job of breaking down his defender and kind of getting the party started for Southside.
Jack Meyerhofer's in the middle as well. His brother, Ryan Meyerhofer, is up front, along with a couple of super sophomores in Owen West and Michael Aiello.
Yeah, both guys are in a great spot because they're both big-time shooters. Owen West probably has a very natural relationship with his brother, but when you watch Southside play, you see these guys get to spots where they get the ball and they can, step down and use use the strength of their game, which is step down shooting. And the Meyerhofers are, really, really smart players. This is a nice balanced offense that Steve DiPietro rolls out.
And he is in his 25th year at Southside. Since 1998, became the head coach in 2008. You touched on this at the top of the show. This is a younger Southside team than we've seen in recent seasons, and he has done a fantastic job with a younger team, getting them to the 7-3 start to the season.
Yeah, I watched them play Farmingdale. I watched them play Syosset. This is a very good team. He has them playing very hard. They're very organized. Guys are in the right spots. You got to earn it when you score on Southside with Tommy Gentile in the goal and that defense. And Melconian at the X really helps.
And, of course, when you talk about Southside, obviously a big offensive team. Their biggest problems at times this season has been the turnovers and the unforced errors. And Steve said that was a big key to tonight, is not giving Bethpage a chance with turnovers.
Absolutely. That's a little bit of the youth. They're a little bit young, like you said, a bunch of sophomores. But, this is now game, 12. They'll be there. They'll be ready.
We will take a break. When we come back, we'll have the opening face-off. It is Southside, it is Bethpage, and it's coming up on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Stand out from the competition with a Varsity Media college recruiting video. A college recruiting video from Varsity Media can help save money on college tuition and land a spot on the team. We use your best plays with our custom editing effect sets and music to ensure a college coach sees your athletic skills. Contact us today to book a college recruiting video. 516-403-2050 or email jeff@varsitymedia.net.
If you're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event, look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
Peter Schwartz, Tom Rooney back at Southside High School as we are set for boys lacrosse here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. It is the Bethpage Golden Eagles and the Southside Cyclones in a conference C&D matchup. Tom mentioned this before. Southside came in as the number 3 seed in the preseason rankings, Bethpage number 4, but obviously these teams have taken some different routes to get to this point. For Bethpage, it was an early season slump, 0-7, but they did have a lot of very, very good and tough non-conference opponents that led to that 0-7 start.
Yeah, listen, when you play a bunch of different high schools all over Long Island, you're going to run into some tough teams, and, Bethpage didn't duck, anybody, and I think what you see is Bethpage has figured it out. They've won, I think their last 3 games. They are a bunch of tough kids that are going to play really, really hard, and when you have a couple superstars like Luzzy and Galgano, you have a chance in every game.
And head coach Roddy McCoy likes the way his team has been playing recently, much better, coming together during the league portion of the season. And also a very team-first attitude with this program, because I asked him on the phone this week, I said, I need some stats of your players. Because, Brian Luzzy, you could find his stats online easily. I said, can you give me some stats from some of the other players? He goes, no, I don't keep them. We don't want players looking at the stats, so I stopped keeping them years ago.
Yeah, it's got a very football feel. It's team first, and, that's how they play. And these guys have played well of late. This is going to be a really good game.
Opening face-off, number 1, Matt Tarabakia is going to take the draw for Bethpage against Michael Melkonian. So we are underway, and Melkonian wins this one easy. We are underway here at Bethpage High School. Melkonian takes the shot, and Tesler comes out to make the save, and now it's Bethpage on the offensive for the first time in this game. And there we saw what we talked about on the open about the situation of face-offs. Melkonian winning that one and getting a scoring chance right away.
Yeah, he came down, he took a pretty good shot, and Bethpage did exactly what they had to do, and that's clear the ball cleanly. They got to save.
Sorry, Tom. Luke Galgano throwing it into the middle for Bryce Wiley, and they're just going to play pitch and catch there in the middle as they set up their offense.
I don't think you'll see Bethpage in a hurry in a lot of their offensive possessions, knowing Melkonian's at the X.
Right. They want to make sure that they get a good shot and a good scoring chance. And then that was the other thing that Roddy McCoy talked about during the week, was when they get that scoring chance, they have to make sure that they finish against this team.
That's right. They have some young guys who've had some opportunities, and they finished late. That's a great shot.
Yeah, here's a shot on goal. That's a save by Gentile, and Gentile will get the ball in his stick right now, and Southside has it for the second time in the game. On their back line, we talked about it on the open. Patrick Erickson, Ryan Castle, Logan Kelly, really good back line for Southside. And we've got an offsides call here on Southside, and right back over to Bethpage.
Yeah, Bethpage with the deep ride, forcing Southside to take their time, and they got a little confused and stepped offside. That's a good job by Bethpage, trying to control the tempo right now.
Galgano in the middle here, barking out the signals, moving people around for Bethpage. And again, very, very deliberate.
Too many men on the field for Southside. We have an inverted whistle. They had too many men on the field, and the ref saw him running off and mistakenly blew his whistle. So we're going to have a man up here, Peter, for Bethpage.
And as two mistakes here early on for Southside, the offsides and the too many men on the field. So exactly what Steve DiPietro said he did not want to see, and that's what we've seen so far here in the early going. But it's a scoreless game, 10:23 to go in this opening quarter. Bethpage to the man up.
I'll be curious to see if they're going to lock Luzzy. A lot of teams have. Right now he's up top. They're in a 3-3. They may just want to probably shade to him. Luzzy looks like he's going to kind of direct traffic. Good look in front. He couldn't finish, Wiley.
Pass in front. Ryan Castle breaking it up for Southside, and now the Cyclones have it once again as the man-up situation is running down for the Cyclones. Here's Gentile, the goalie. Fires it down the field towards the near side. It's going to bounce, and racing after it is Mike Corbo, who picks it up. Didn't really talk much about Mike Corbo, but he is one of the quarterbacks of the defense, an all-county football player, and we'll be spending a lot of time talking about him tonight.
Yeah, that was a nice play in the corner. Ran through a ground ball, and here comes Galgano.
Galgano is smothered to the ground. Ball in front, a shot saved by Gentile right down low on Sean Smith. Smith had a point-blank chance, and Gentile robbed him. Here's another shot whipped right on, and Gentile makes the save.
That is two unbelievable saves by Gentile. The first one-on-one, and then Luzzy had his hands free from about 6 yards.
Here comes Brady West for Southside. Again, a scoreless game here in the first quarter. Glad you can join us here tonight on Varsity Media Sports Network. Jack Meyerhofer now on the right side to Michael Aiello. And he's another player that we're going to spend a lot of time looking at tonight. A really good offensive player, 13 goals, 7 assists, and 20 points. But here is Brady West in the middle.
Bethpage looks like they may be playing a zone right here, Peter. And I think this is a pretty good move. They haven't shown it a lot. You know, it slows the game down. It probably makes the face-off a little less important if you can slow the game down.
Jack Meyerhofer in the middle. Over to West. And now here's Cole DiPietro back to Brady West. Brady West moving in. And they whip the ball around. They were looking for a pass in front, and there's a shot score. Ryan Meyerhofer picks up the loose change in front, and he scores to give Southside a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Meyerhofer is one of these. If you watch him on film, he always finds a bounce. He always finds the ball. That's good lacrosse IQ. You know, Bethpage played good D. The ball was on the ground. It popped up in the air, and Meyerhofer, right place, right time.
You know, I said loose change, but Michael Aiello lost the ball but was able to bat it to Meyerhofer, and he puts it in the net.
Yeah, that's, he's a smart kid, son of a coach. He kind of knew. At least keep it in play, right?
Now another face-off, Melkonian. Again, it is Tarabakia, and Melkonian is 2 for 2 on face-offs. And he races down the right side, looking to get involved here. And now here is Aiello. Melkonian's going to race back to the defensive side of the field. He'll head off. It's such a valuable tool to have. Not just a guy that can win a face-off every now and then, but when you have someone that's winning 70% of his face-offs, that is a tremendous weapon for a lacrosse team.
It really is. You know, Southside started off a little sloppy, but here they are. They score, and they get the ball right back. That helps the nerves a lot.
Billy Moore is out there now for Southside, number 13. He is off to the far side there in the corner. Another dangerous player. Aiello on the right side.
Bethpage in the zone here, so Southside's got to figure this out a little bit. They're going to have to carry, try to beat a guy, get them out of their shape a little bit.
Here is Chris Venko on the right side now to Ryan Meyerhofer, who's got the goal. Back up top to Venko. And good ball movement here by the Cyclones as they get it around. Again, Venko up top. Meyerhofer. Now down low. Jack Meyerhofer. Andrew Mindel is out there as well. But this Southside team loaded with players who can score from just about anywhere on the field. Now, Bethpage certainly has their hands full here tonight with this collection of talent that Southside has out there. Here's a shot in front. It goes wide of the mark. Shot was taken by Owen West. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Southside.
I like that. He dodged the zone. He got under his man. He took a good shot. Don't be surprised. I see Aiello here. They're playing a lot of righties, and it's allowing Aiello to kind of spot up there on the left side, see if he can't get off a shot.
Here is Billy Moore. Now up top to Mindel. And they work it around. Mindel again up top. Thought about a shot, got it over to the right side. And they feed it in front, and it goes out of bounds. They're going to call it a shot. And Owen West was there to ensure the retrievement of the ball.
So Southside's, being very patient right now, but they've gotten a couple good looks.
Billy Moore gives it off to Aiello. There's Owen West on the far side. Here's Mindel. Faked the pass, got it over to Aiello, and now down low. Now back up top, Mindel. In front was looking for Aiello, but the pass doesn't connect, and here comes Bethpage back the other way, down 1-0. Racing across the middle of the field was Cucurullo. And now Bethpage will get it set up, and in the middle there is Luke Galgano.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you play zone. You slow the game down. That's a long possession, and Southside gets nothing out of it. Good clear. And now you got your first middies back on, ready to go.
And there's been such a responsibility on the Bethpage defense this year because of the face-off problem, and they played really good defense on that possession there to force the turnover and get it back the other way.
Absolutely, and they only had to play it once, Peter. They talked about clearing the ball cleanly, and that's two or three clears now early where they got it out.
Here's Galgano racing to the right, lost the ball. A hit from behind. A great play. That was Schwartzberg who knocked it away from him, and now it's Southside back the other way. Luke Schwartzberg, a great long stick midfielder, outstanding defensive player, a senior that is going to Muhlenberg College.
That's a great play. Galgano's not easy to keep up with, and he stayed right on his back, got a trail check. And Bethpage now, I think, has too many guys on the field. Let's see.
Southside working it around. There's a shot and a save by Tesler. It goes behind the goal. Southside still maintaining possession. DePietro up top. Right side it goes to Brady West. West moves into the slot, fires one. It was going wide. Tesler got his stick on it, and now we've got the whistle. And as Tom pointed out, there is going to be a flag here on Bethpage.
So Bethpage in there, when the stick got knocked out of Galgano's hand, everybody sprinted back on defense, too many guys. So now we get a good look at the Southside man-up unit.
So back in the far corner there is Brady West. Will put it into play. Now Mindel. And here's Ryan Meyerhofer, who's got the goal for Southside. To Aiello, now further down low to West, back to Aiello. And they work it around nicely here on the man-up situation. Here's Ryan Meyerhofer. Cyclones really being patient here with the man-up, moving it around nicely. There's a high pass. Mindel brings it down. Pass in front, shot, and there's a save. That was Owen West with the shot. Joe Tesler makes a nice save.
Now let's see if Bethpage can clear this ball. Down a man, not easy.
Aiello took a whack there at Cucurullo, who's under a lot of pressure. Gets it over to the far side, and they're able to clear the zone. Segalis on the far side. In front. Over top of Gentile. They fight for it behind the goal. And Bethpage is able to come away with it, at least momentarily. Ball on the ground again. And the Golden Eagles come up with it with Galgano. And Galgano will slow things out, take it back out to his safe place in midfield.
That's a big ground ball by Galgano. Big-time play.
Brian Luzzy, who Roddy McCoy calls the best player on the team, and for good reason, 43 points, takes it behind the goal. An all-county running back going to Cornell. Really good player. And there's a shot, and he scores! We pump him up, and he puts one in the back of the net to tie the game at 1.
You really, that wasn't even bad D, Peter. I mean, Erickson played him really, really well. What he did was he stepped off just a half step, and he's able to get shots off from multiple angles. And that time he kind of took a half step back and just snapped it off his waist. Not a lot Tommy Gentile could do right there.
A good, hard, low shot that beat Gentile. And Al Melkonian, who's already 2 for 2 on draws. And again, it's Tarabakia, and Melkonian wins another one, so he's 3 for 3. Here's Brady West in the middle, waiting for his fellow offensive troops to join him. He gives it to his brother Owen.
You know, that's a great response by Bethpage. You know, here we are late in the first quarter, tie game. They've yet to win a faceoff, but they're clearing the ball. That's a big ground ball by Galgano, gets some possession, and Luzzy finishes.
Jack Meyerhofer in the middle. Right side it goes to Brady West, moving in, getting it down low. There's a shot by Aiello, and another good save by Joe Tessler.
Great save by Tessler. Aiello tried to beat him high. Tessler up to the task.
We talked about him on the open, a senior going to Arcadia, and now Bethpage breaks the middle of the field. Dupree, he'll come off, and Bethpage back on the offense. Galgano in the middle.
I'm really impressed with Bethpage right now. A lot of composure, playing good D, clearing the ball. This game is going exactly the way they want it.
Here's Bryce Wiley to Galgano. Galgano and Wiley playing pitch and catch. They send it over on the far side to Segalis. Segalis holds, feeds it down low. There is Luzzy, the goal scorer for Bethpage, dodges a check, goes a little further towards the net, now takes it behind.
He's got a short stick. They're going to have to go early here.
In front it goes. He was looking for Sean Smith over his stick to the side. Galgano almost held it in, but the ball just made it across the sideline.
His heels on the sideline. It's a good look by Luzzy, just a little high for Smith.
And now Southside in a 1-1 game with the ball once again, spinning across the midfield line is
another
Brady
flag
West.
Down.
Another penalty marker. Yellow hanky on the field, and Southside, unless they score here, will go to the man up again.
That was Brady West just being a big, strong kid. He came out of the box, got the ball, and he actually was able to knock Luzzy over the midline. So now, looks like they're going to hold on to it.
They're going to hold, so they won't be a face-off to start the second quarter. They'll go right to the man up when the second quarter starts. And we've played one quarter here at Southside High School, and the score after a really fun first 12 minutes of the game, Southside 1, Bethpage 1 on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Varsity Media covers every sport at every level from every angle. Game film, recruiting videos, highlight videos, SPORTSCAST,
Under, what a look.
photography, live streaming. You name it, we offer it. Don't leave your video needs to amateurs. Trust the pros. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Stand out from the competition with a Varsity Media college recruiting video. A college recruiting video from Varsity Media can help save money on college tuition and land a spot on the team. We use your best plays with our custom editing effect sets and music to ensure a college coach sees your athletic skills. Contact us today to book a college recruiting video. 516-403-2050 or email Jeff at varsitymedia.net. Peter Schwartz, Tom Rooney back at Southside High School. We head to the second quarter. Bethpage 1, Southside 1, and I don't think that Bethpage head coach Roddy McCoy, Tom, could have asked for a better opening quarter from his team on the road here.
No, this is exactly where he wanted to be and what he wanted to do. Play good D, play it one time, clear the ball, get the ball to Ryan Luzzy, right now, this is a great game. This is two tough teams battling it out, and Bethpage is, right where they want to be.
So we head to the second quarter. They'll switch ends, and now Southside will go from right to left, and Bethpage will go from left to right on your screen. And it'll be Southside going to the man up, so there'll be no face-off to start the second quarter. They'll go right to the man up on the offensive side of the field, and that was clearly why they just held on to the ball there at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, the last man up, Brady West stepped in and made a one more pass to his brother Owen. I would look to see Brady step in this time and let it go.
Mindel gives it to Ryan Meyerhofer on the right side, and they work it around. West thought about it, gets it to Owen West, and Owen West is stopped point blank by Joe Tessler.
Tessler's been really good here early. Now they got to clear the ball.
And he steps out of bounds on the near side. That was Anthony Cucurullo, the senior midfielder, who was forced out. And Southside with the man up over Mindel into the middle to West. They go on the right side. Aiello is behind the goal. And now here's Owen West on the left side to Mindel.
Bethpage settles back into the zone, and Southside's going to set up their zone offense here.
Brady West, stick over his right shoulder, over to Mindel, and they just play pitch and catch a little bit here. Now Mindel holds right back to West in the middle. Cole DePietro on the right side. And Bethpage is playing lockdown defense, not giving Southside much of a chance here. DePietro thought about it for a second, goes to the right side. Now down low, in front, there's a shot, score! Goal number 2 on the game for Ryan Meyerhofer, his 16th goal of the season, and Southside regains the lead at 2-1.
That's a beautiful play. The Southside coaching staff set that up. Brady West dodges the zone, which is what you have to do. He draws attention, goes to Aiello, and Meyerhofer with a perfect cut. Beautiful feed by Aiello, and that's how you attack this zone. Be patient, make good passes, ball movement.
And good patience there by Meyerhofer. He waited for Tessler to make the first move. Tessler went down. Meyerhofer puts it right over him. Here is Melkonian, 4 for 4 on draws, and Southside right back to the offense with a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, it's important for Bethpage right now to dig in here and get a stop. You don't want to get behind when you're not getting the ball back. And a little hustle play. This is Bethpage. How
about
Great
this?
hustle.
There you go. That's exactly what they needed here to get that possession back. And now here is Luzzy on the right side for Bethpage. Down by a goal. Luzzy's got the only Bethpage goal of the game so far. Now Galgano in the middle. Now Bethpage will go to work, try and tie the game up again. Here's Tarabakia on the far side of your screen.
When I spoke with Coach McCoy, he said, I love these kids. And, he loves the way they play and compete. And that's that play right there before is an example of that. Kid hustles on the field, gets a knockdown, and clears the ball.
There is Tarabakia to Galgano. Now Galgano looks to make his move. Heads down the middle of the field. Stops back up top to Tarabakia. And now that is Segalis. Gives to Smith. Bethpage very patient with Galgano in the middle. Luzzy trying to make a move. Brings it back. Guarded closely there by Erickson. Erickson always seems to defend the best player, but that time there's another goal by Luzzy. Erickson did a great job covering Luzzy, but Luzzy's able to fire it past Gentile to tie the game at 2.
Yeah, Luzzy just took his time, and he kind of set Erickson up and used Erickson as a screen. You're going to see him on the replay here go back and forth, and if you see, he just shoots right around Erickson. Gentile probably didn't even see the stick. That's a great, and I mean a great offensive play right there.
I mean, I don't think Erickson could have played any better defense on him.
He couldn't have been more than 6 inches away, but Luzzy, he knows how to score. He's a big-time scorer, And that's a big-time play.
Tarabakia and Melkonian on the draw once again. And that's 5 for 5 for Melkonian. Well, his face-off percentage that came in at 70% figures to go up a little bit tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what Bethpage can do. I mean, I think at some point they may have to throw a poll up there. But, when it's a tie game, you don't panic about stuff like that. You're right in the game.
Mindel up top. Moore is out there. Here is Brady West.
Southside did a nice job last time getting organized, getting into a set that they wanted. They're in a 1-4 now. They're going to, probably initiate with, either off the wing here or with West.
Moore moving in front for the shot. And there's a save by Tesler. Goes off to the far side, and we got a whistle. And
so he stepped in the crease.
And it's going to be Bethpage ball. And now the Golden Eagles in a 2-2 game with a chance to take the lead. DePonte got it to James David, who took it across the midfield line. And now here's Luzzy once again for Bethpage. His shot, Gentile makes the save. And the scoop from Mullen back to Gentile, and Southside gets the ball back.
Yeah, Luzzy's feeling it a little bit. I don't think they want to go early, but when Luzzy gets a good matchup, you kind of have to let him go.
Here's Brady West across the midfield line. Stops on the left side. And now Southside will go back to work offensively as we head towards 7 minutes to go in the second quarter of a 2-2 game here at Southside High School.
Bethpage settles back into the zone. Very content to let this clock tick and see Southside throw the ball around the outside.
Owen West took a jab there. Gets it back up to Jack Meyerhofer. Now DePietro goes to the far side to Brady West. And they keep working it around. Bounce pass there to DePietro. Oh, and the ball gets away from Michael Aiello, and it'll roll out of bounds. It'll be Bethpage ball. So we talked about how Steve DePietro did not want to see his team make as many unforced errors as they've done recently. It's really been their only Achilles heel. And quickly right back the other way, there's a shot by Owen West and a save by Bethpage's goaltender Joe Tesler.
Yeah, Wiley bobbled it in the middle of the field. Owen West came up with it, but another great save. Tesler's been excellent here early.
Back to the point we talked about unforced errors for Southside, and that's at least 3 right now here in the first half, and that was really the only concern that Steve DePietro has had about his team here so far this season.
Yeah, I think Aiello had a problem with his stick. He was looking down. I think he just went in and got a new stick. And DiPietro didn't realize he wasn't looking up, and, it's one of those unfortunate situations. But, listen, if you're Bethpage, you'll take it. You want every stop you can get. Tesler just bailed him out on a tough clear, and now we'll see what Luzzy and Galgano can do.
Luzzy throws it into the middle for Segalis. And now Tarabakia on the far side. 2-2 game here in the second quarter, 5.5 minutes to go. Luzzy heads down the middle of the field. Spins towards Schwartzberg. Fires a shot. He scores. A flag comes in. Luzzy scores. It's a hat trick for Luzzy here in the first half. And Bethpage takes a 3-2 lead.
I tell you, Luzzy is bouncy and explosive right now. And I'm not sure Southside's going to be able to cover him with just one guy. You saw him roll back to the middle of the field. That's too much room for him to shoot. He's going to score. As good as Tommy Gentile is in the goal, Brian Luzzy from 12 yards is not easy to stop.
On the last one, it was Erickson defending him. That time it was Schwartzberg. And again, it's probably going to take a double team effort to stop him.
I think you'll see Southside slide early. They're going to have to slide early, get the ball out of his stick. So Bethpage is man up. And, with Melkonian, I'm not sure. Yeah, so violation.
Violation, and that's another face-off win for Melkonian, who is now 6 for 6. And Southside down by a goal with the ball. Mindel in the middle. To Brady West on the far side, and he jogs it down the far sideline. So Southside trailing for the first time in this game. And again, a lot of credit to Bethpage for the way they've played this game on the road so far and battling tough defensively and taking advantage of their offensive opportunities so far to have this 3-2 lead.
Yeah, the last two Southside possessions, I thought they went a little early and they got called for stepping in the crease.
Brady West is bothered from behind, draws the penalty coming up here on Bethpage. So it'll be a man up unless Southside scores here, but now they'll slow it down and work their offense here.
Yeah, we're all even, and Brady West, I think, likes his matchup here. He's going to go.
Pulled away from McMorrow there. And now Aiello back behind the net for West. In front, shot, score! What a great diving goal by Brady West, his 21st goal of the season, and we're tied at 3.
That's an unbelievable play. He dodged him the first time, but he looked like he was dodging a feed. That time, he went right to the cage, and that's just athleticism. That's why he's going to play big-time college lacrosse.
Yeah, he did a great job to get around Brendan McMorrow, the junior. And we are tied at 3. And again, it's Tarabakia to go up against Melkonian on the draw.
So I didn't see what the call was, Peter, but it's a man-up face
it's
for
still a man
Southside.
up, so
yeah.
It must have been serious enough that it's still a man up situation for Southside after tying the game. It's a 1-minute penalty on Mike Corbo. They called a slash on Mike Corbo.
Gotcha.
A senior who's going off to Mercy. Another face-off win for Melkonian. That's 7. Now Meindl walks slowly in the middle and gets it to Brady West. And back to Meindl, and West will head off to the left side.
So the last two man-ups went Brady West to Owen West, and we're unsuccessful. Let's see if Brady West doesn't step in here.
In behind the goal, Aiello. I checked that it was Owen West. Here's a shot by Brady West wide of the mark. It's going to still be set. No, they're going to give it. Are they going to give it to Bethpage? They are. Bethpage got to that closer to that ball first, and it's Bethpage ball. Under 20 seconds in the man up.
Yeah, this is a big clear right here. Man down. You don't want to turn it over in your own end.
James David trying to get to the middle. He's able to
nice
get
play.
it to Luzzy. Check that. That's
Great.
Bryce Wiley in the middle.
Great
and they called a timeout. They called a timeout. They were under duress. They call a timeout. So 3 minutes, 3 seconds to go in the second quarter. Bethpage 3, Southside 3 on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Where upcoming Long Island Lacrosse sportscasts will include, later on today, if you want to watch 2 games at the same time, we've got Cold Spring Harbor and Manhasset coming up at 7 o'clock. And then tomorrow at 4, Half Hollow Hills and Huntington should be a good one as well. On May 6th, it's Farmingdale and Syosset. And then on May 7th, another good one, Chaminade and Manhasset. We've got some good games coming up here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
These are some great games, some good rivalry games in there. Half Hollow Hills, the first year of the combined high school team versus Huntington. Those kids know each other very well. Farmingdale and Syosset, Conference A opponents, 2 of the top teams in that conference. And then the game to honor Jimmy Regan, Reegs Rock, Chaminade versus Manhasset. That's 2 of the top teams in the country. That's going to be an excellent game.
So we're here with 3 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the second quarter in a game that's tied at 3. That when we looked at it at the top of the program, we thought Bethpage would have some trouble tonight getting enough possessions to stay in this game. And they've done a really good job hanging in there. They have not yet won a face-off against Melconian, but they have played super defense. They've caused some unforced errors on Southside, and they have found a way to hang in here at 3-3.
Yeah, Tesler's been excellent in the cage, a lot of really good saves. They've cleared the ball well. The Bethpage kids are playing really tough, gritty defense. And Brian Luzzy, in the first quarter and a half or so, has put on a show.
He's got all 3 goals, and he has 31 on the season.
He is tough. So they're going to start him with the ball. I don't even think they're going to double it. You're probably better off not.
This is Luzzy's 5th 3-goal game of the season. He's also got 2 4-goal games and a 7-goal game. So him having a hat trick is not a surprise at all this season.
No, and obviously we knew it going in. So did Southside. So it makes it even more impressive. Everyone knows they got to stop him, and yet here we are, with 2.5 to go in the first half, and he's got 3 goals already.
Bryce Wiley is out there, number 19, a sophomore for this Bethpage team.
I think Bethpage is going to have to find some other guys. I think Wiley's a very good athlete. They're going to have to play off of Luzzy a little bit. He's going to draw attention. Who on Bethpage is going to make the right cut and finish to give them some offense?
You see Erickson guarding Galgano here. Galgano moving down low, fires a shot, and a save by Gentile. That was a great shot.
That's a great shot. It's a great save. And look at this outlet. Now they got numbers.
Southside right back down the other way into the far corner, and they'll slow it down and get their offense moving. Here's Brady West. Waits to get some reinforcements, and now he'll walk it slowly to the middle.
Southside's got their first midi line on. DiPietro is going to run in their offense from up top here. They're going to go with a 1-4 set again, put Brady West inside. At some point, my guess is he will pop off into some space.
DiPietro fires it to the near side, gets it back. Now Aiello. As the Cyclones work it around, 1:15 to go in the second quarter. Right side Aiello, almost looks like they're going to hold for a shot here.
Yeah, I think they're trying to just make sure they get a good possession. They've had a couple of rush possessions. They want a good possession right here.
Aiello on the far side. Takes a bump. On the far side there from Wiley. Now here comes DiPietro moving in. Goes in behind the goal, Meyerhofer. Up top, Owen West. DiPietro looking down low. There's a shot, save! Brady West got the shot off. Joe Tesler made the save. Goes in behind the goal, and it's going to be Bethpage ball.
I think Southside got exactly what they wanted. They got Brady West a shot. Tesler was there again. It's a great save.
And now 30 seconds here for Bethpage to try and take the lead before the half. Racing up the near side was David, and he gets down low, and I think we're going to have a timeout here by Bethpage. And they do call a timeout. We'll hold it here with 17.5 seconds to go in the half in a 3-3 game. And hard to imagine this at the beginning of the game that we're talking about a 3-3 game here late in the second quarter. What a great job by Bethpage here on the road against a really good Southside team with a chance to take the lead before halftime.
Yeah, I think what you're seeing, too, is 2 really good goalies. Galgano had a great look coming down the alley. Gentile makes the save. Brady West pops into the slot on the last possession, gets a good overhand shot, and Tesler's up to the task again. So, if you're Bethpage, you're thrilled. You have the ball. You haven't won a face-off. It's a tie game. You have the ball with a chance to go into halftime with the lead.
Bring your game to life. Varsity Media Sportscast. Announcers, instant replay, multiple cameras, graphics, great for rival games, senior day, general promotion of your team. Contact us to book a Sportscast, 516-403-2050, or visit varsitymedia.net. And we're glad you have joined us here on the Varsity Media Sports Network for what has been a tremendous game here so far at Southside High School, as we have 17 and a half seconds to go until the intermission. And it's Bethpage and Southside tied at 3. And Bethpage, after a timeout, will have the ball. We'll see if they can grab the lead here before halftime. It's Luzzy working it down low. Clock down to 10 seconds. Luzzy behind the goal, guarded by Schwartzberg. Luzzy behind the net, trying to make a move. Comes to the side of the net, still looking. Feeds it to the far side. It's knocked away. Erickson was on Galgano, and that's how the first half ends. The way we started, tied 0-0 to begin, 3-3 at the half. It has been a terrific game so far here, Tom.
Oh, great game. You know, this is a beautiful night, great setting here at Southside High School. And, you know, we thought it would be a battle, two teams that are neck and neck in Conference CD. This is an awesome high school game right here.
We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll get you set for the start of the second half. The score again at halftime, Bethpage 3, Southside 3 on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Stand out from the competition with a Varsity Media college recruiting video. A college recruiting video from Varsity Media can help save money on college tuition and land a spot on the team. We use your best plays with our custom editing effect sets and music to ensure a college coach sees your athletic skills. Contact us today to book a college recruiting video. 516-403-2050 or email Jeff at varsitymedia.net.
If you're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event, look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
For the best action shots and the best angles, look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Varsity Media covers every sport at every level from every angle. Game film, recruiting videos, highlight videos, SPORTSCAST,
Under, and what a look.
photography, live streaming. You name it, we offer it. Don't leave your video needs to amateurs. Trust the pros. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Stand out from the competition with a Varsity Media college recruiting video. A college recruiting video from Varsity Media can help save money on college tuition and land a spot on the team. We use your best plays with our custom editing effect sets and music to ensure a college coach sees your athletic skills. Contact us today to book a college recruiting video. 516-403-2050 or email Jeff at varsitymedia.net.
If you're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event, look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
For the best action shots and the best angles, look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Varsity Media covers every sport at every level from every angle. Game film, recruiting videos, highlight videos, SPORTSCAST,
Under, and what a look.
photography, live streaming. You name it, we offer it. Don't leave your video needs to amateurs. Trust the pros. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Stand out from the competition with a Varsity Media college recruiting video. A college recruiting video from Varsity Media can help save money on college tuition and land a spot on the team. We use your best plays with our custom editing effect sets and music to ensure a college coach sees your athletic skills. Contact us today to book a college recruiting video. 516-403-2050 or email Jeff at varsitymedia.net.
If you're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event, look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
Peter Schwartz, Tom Rooney back at Southside High School as we head to the third quarter with Bethpage and Southside tied at 3. And Tom, for Bethpage in that first half, Brian Luzzy with the hat trick, Joe Tessler with some huge saves, especially down low.
Yeah, we highlighted Luzzy in the opener, and quite frankly, he's been even better than I think we thought he would be. Southside tried 2 different defenders on him. He's gotten some great shots off. Gentile made even a couple saves. He's been great, and Tessler on the other end has been fantastic. He's really kept him in this game.
Gentile's made some good saves for Southside. Michael Melkonian, 7 for 7 on faceoffs, but it has not equated to a dominating first half because Bethpage has played very well defensively. Ryan Meyerhofer's got a couple of goals for Southside. Brady West has the other one, and everything we just talked about adds up to a 3-3 game starting the third quarter.
Yeah, this is perfect. Right where we started, 2 good teams, battling for playoff contention here, playoff spots, playoff seeding. This is awesome.
Matt Tarabacchio will take another go at it against Michael Melkonian at the faceoff dot. That's Melkonian again, wins it clean, straight down the middle. Gets it over to Aiello, and we are underway here in the third quarter with Southside with the ball and a game tied at 3-3. What is each team's coach talking about to their team at halftime? What's Steve DiPietro telling Southside? What's Roddy McCoy telling Bethpage after that first half?
Well, I think for Steve, they had a couple possessions that came up empty. They were a little impatient, and I think they say, if you didn't want to go in the zone, let's just run our zone offense, maybe get the ball to Brady West.
Yeah, Brady West right there on cue, and he scores his second goal of the game to give Southside the 4-3 lead 38 seconds into the third quarter.
Yeah, it's funny. We kept saying, I think he's going to pop off. I think he's going to get a shot here. That time he just took it upon himself, and that's a big-time shot with his left hand.
Got around the defender. It was Tyler Spark, who's a long stick midfielder, who's able to get around him and score. And now we've got a violation right off the bat, and another face-off win for Melkonian. And right back to work goes Southside up 4-3.
Yeah, this is where Bethpage has to be careful because you're not going to get the ball back after a goal, and you don't want Southside to get on a run here. They're going to roll the first middies back out, and back to your point about halftime. I think Roddy McCoy is saying to his guys, we're right where we want to be. Tie game. They're having trouble guarding our best guy, and you guys are playing great D.
And I think if there's a correlation between Lacrosse, here's a bounce pass, a bounce shot in front by Ryan Meyerhofer goes out of bounds. If there's a correlation between lacrosse and football, you look at what Bethpage is doing defensively. They played so well and worked so hard defensively. But in football, if your defense is on the field too much, it's going to wear down. And that would be the concern here for Roddy McCoy is that hard fighting defense that's played so well in the first half. Are they going to break down here in the second half?
Right. He mentioned they're not deep, and here's a big ground ball to get him out now.
They come up with a loose ball, and they bring it right up with James David right down the middle of the field. So as I suggest that maybe they wear it down, they come up with a big play, and they get it across the midfield line, and we've got a whistle, and there's an offsides on Bethpage. So they turn it right back over, and Southside comes back the other way.
And you talked about them wearing down. This is where guys get tired. You play D, you fail on a clear, and now you got to sprint back in and play more D.
Now Southside working it around with Mindel there in the middle. Gets it to DiPietro on the far side, and now Owen West. And right back to Mindel in the middle.
On the last possession, DiPietro had a great feed inside. Look to him to dodge again.
Cyclones with the 1-goal lead. DiPietro moving in. Left-handed shot wide of the mark. They race for the ball. And it's Michael Aiello getting closer to it first, and he'll stay with Southside.
Yeah, that's a good dodge by DiPietro. Good shot. Southside playing with a little more energy right now on the offensive end.
Neither team has had a 2-goal lead. Let's see if Southside can get the first 2-goal lead of the game. DiPietro on the right side to Jack Meyerhofer. Now down low Aiello, and they work it back around. Southside looking for that good shot. DePietro with the shot that bounces over top of the net and out of bounds, and it's going to be Bethpage ball. And that was Gavin Naylor, looks like, who was closest to the ball to get the ball back for Bethpage.
Again, this is a big clear here by Bethpage. Here comes Schwartzberger in the middle of the field. He's a hunter right here.
Cucurullo is able to get it across the midfield line, gets it over to Galgano, and Bethpage to work down by a goal here with under 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a good one so far. Peter Schwartz, Tom Rooney here at Southside High School. And it's a 4-3 Southside lead as they scored early here in the third quarter. A Brady West goal.
So you see Erickson out there is now pushing out on Luzzy. He's going to try to deny him the ball. Luzzy's going to have to work hard to get it, and I think you're going to see early slides here.
Galgano. That's Luzzy. Turns around. Tries to get some open room. Fires a shot knocked down in front. And there is Logan Kelly to get it for Cyclones. And there's an interception by Galgano. In front, there's a shot. What a save by Gentile.
What a
save.
save.
He robbed Sean Smith.
That
Great
is a
save.
huge save.
Wow.
And now we got transition. Oh, nice play coming out of the box.
And here's a steal. And Bethpage on the turnover. Ball is on the ground again. And it's Southside coming away with it with Erickson. But wow, what a save that was moments ago by Tommy Gentile. Here comes the Cyclones back down the field. There's a shot. Score! Ryan Meyerhofer's got the hat trick. And for the first time in this game, we've got a 2-goal lead. It's Southside on top 5-3 of the hat trick goal from Ryan Meyerhofer.
What an unbelievable swing, Peter. You have the huge save on one end by Gentile as he robs Smith, and then it gets sloppy in the middle of the field. And I mentioned Meyerhofer before. He's got great instincts, picks up the loose ball, and he beats Tesler on the near side off stick. And
Let's take a look at the save.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to see the save here by Gentile on Sean Smith.
He goes low. That's an incredible save.
And Meyerhofer 10 for 10 on draws. Southside with the ball back and a 2-goal lead. And now the pressure really on the Bethpage defense to force another turnover. And it looks like Southside's going to call a timeout with 7:18 to go in this third quarter and a 5-3 lead for Southside. And again, Bethpage hung in there through the first half and into the part of the third quarter here, but they've given up 2 goals. And now you have if you're Bethpage head coach Roddy McCoy, you're trying to come up with a solution here in the third quarter and hope your defense doesn't wear down any further.
Yeah, I wouldn't panic right now from Roddy. They had a chance there to even it. At 4, Gentile makes a great save. They give one up on the other end. They got to get a stop right now.
Join our team. Let Varsity Media help promote your business. Affordable rates, customizable packages to fit any budget. We will help grow your brand through our SPORTSCAST. Call 516-403-2050. You can email ben@varsitymedia.net. Contact us today to advertise here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Peter Schwartz, Tom Rooney at Southside High School. Is the team that's up 5-3. Southside with 2 goals here in the third quarter to take that 2-goal advantage. Brady West getting his second of the game. Ryan Meyerhofer getting one for the hat trick after 2 in the first half. And some things have gone as we expected. The face-off department's been all Southside, and we've seen Southside's top players playing very well, and we've seen the best player on Bethpage get a hat trick. And for Bethpage, we'll see if it's enough to hang in the game now that we're into the third quarter.
Yeah, the face-off didn't really impact the game in the first half because Bethpage was able to hang tight and clear the ball. But this is where it gets tough. You get a lead, they win the face-off and call a quick timeout. Now they have a chance to go up 3 goals. And this is where they can really stretch the lead here. This is a big stop, I think, for Bethpage, a big possession for Southside.
So the team is back out on the field following the timeout. Where Bethpage lost their first 7 games of the season. They have won 3 in a row to get over 500 in conference at 3-2. Southside up to a 7-3 overall record, 4-1 in conference. And Steve DiPietro, the head coach, telling me this week this was a huge game for them with Seaford coming up on Tuesday, another tough game for them.
Yeah, Seaford's played excellent this year. I think they're 9-1. That's going to be a battle.
Now, I saw Seaford play against Lehigh earlier this season, and they played very, very well in that game. They look like a very, very powerful and dangerous team. Here's a shot and a save. That was a nice shot there by Billy Moore, and Joe Tessler made the save, so Bethpage escapes. And they get across the midfield line. Cucurullo is able to clear the ball. Now the ball is knocked away. It's up in the air. Who's got it? And it is Brian Luzzy who makes the big play for Bethpage to keep the ball in the offensive zone.
Yeah, Cucurullo's done a good job. I mean, that's not easy running through all that traffic after playing defense. He's a tough kid, and Luzzy just finds the ball. It's a big stop.
And he's a senior. And at this point, doesn't look like he's committed to a school, but I've been very impressed with what he's done defensively in this game.
Yeah, he plays really, really hard, and he plays a position that not a lot of kids love to play, and that's short stick D midi. Not a lot of glory in it. And now we're going to see if Bethpage can find some offense with somebody other than Luzzy. Wiley could be the guy. He's shifty.
Wiley makes a move on Mindel. Oh, and now he's knocked down. Mindel is going to get called for a penalty. Delayed penalty here on Southside. Mindel's going to go unless Bethpage can score a man up here. Let's see. Here's Gargano. Brings it back, and Bethpage will slow it down. They want to look for a good shot here.
Yeah, Gargano on a short stick.
Galgano again to the right side. Another flag is down, and there's a goal for Galgano. Galgano brings Bethpage to within a goal at 5-4.
Yeah, the kid's a great athlete. He had a little trouble with a pole early, and they got a switch, and he got a short stick, and you saw him be very patient. And he drew another penalty, Peter, on that. It looks like another cross-check. So they may be 2 men down.
I think that's Jack Meyerhofer, 21, who might have gotten called for that penalty. We'll see who goes off. But in any event, it's a 5-4 advantage now for Southside after Bethpage gets within 1. You see the official over to the scorer's table to make the call here. We're going to have a face-off at the dot.
So it's just going to be 1 man down. They wave off the push, and then they're going to get a cross-check for a minute. This is a big face-off. They brought up the pole now to face off. They got Corbo facing off, it looks like. See if he could tie up Melkonian.
And Melkonian, let's see. Ball is loose. Did he finally lose one? It's up in the air. It goes to the far side. They still fight for it.
Aiello.
And Aiello picks it up. So it's another win for Southside. And now let's see if Bethpage can cause the turnover. They can't. So that was the biggest battle that they've given Melkonian in the game so far. But it's still a win because he got some help from his team. And a delayed penalty coming up here on Bethpage as Owen West went down. And let's see. He took a hit from behind. And that was Corbo, I think, that's going to get called for the penalty.
Yeah, a little overzealous. They worked so hard to get the ball out of Melkonian's stick. They did exactly what they wanted. They just couldn't come up with the ground ball. Aiello came up with a big ground ball. It popped out of his stick, and it was Schwartzberg with the long pole, who wound up coming up with the ball, and now they're going to be all even until the penalty.
Brady West, marked by Cucurullo. West getting it down low to Aiello. And they work it around. DiPietro, left-handed shot, save by Tessler. A good shot there by DiPietro. Makes the save, and we're going to have the penalty called here on Bethpage.
Yeah, Tessler's really tracked the ball well tonight.
And he has kept his team in this game. He's had some help with his defenders in front, but he has made some big saves at the right time to keep his team in this game.
So we got man up here for Southside, and this will be their fourth of the game.
Cyclones to the man up. Right side here, and Ryan Meyerhofer's got the hat trick. And behind the goal to West. Now up top, Meindl, right side Ryan Meyerhofer. Meindl moving in, and his pass is blocked. Golden Eagles force the turnover. And Bethpage back the other way. A big defensive stand there by Bethpage. We'll see when we get a moment who actually knocked that ball away. That was a great defensive play.
Got a double on Luzzy, got the ball out of his stick.
Erickson fires it upfield. Southside back the other way. And here is Owen West in the middle. Southside with a 1-goal lead and the ball. Aiello took a little bump there from Wiley.
Yeah, so we're back to even strength. So Bethpage was able to kill off the penalty, but, you know, Southside did a good job of getting the ball out of Luzzy's stick, getting the ball back, up one with the ball.
Right side here is Brady West. DePietro throws it over to the far side. Chris Vanko is out there. Number 14. There's Brady West. Here's Aiello. Up top to DePietro, back to Aiello. And the Cyclones just working it patiently. Vanko. Now Brady West on the right side. West guarded closely. Here's a shot by DePietro, wide of the mark. And let's see, Bethpage got to it first.
Yeah,
the goalie.
Tesler out of the cage. That's good athleticism. That's pretty good offense right there by Southside. They just didn't have anybody backing it up. Now you got to clear the ball clean. I don't know if you want to go at Schwartzberg here.
Corbo does get, no, Schwartzberg knocked it away. You were right there, Tom. Schwartzberg made a great play to knock that ball loose, and now he's got it in the offensive zone. And here's Ryan Meyerhofer down low, in behind the goal. Takes a whack from James David. And the Cyclones back to work. Bethpage has come up with a couple of defensive stands here, but they quickly turn the ball right back over. And this is where, you know, Roddy McCoy saying to us during the week, you know, they have to capitalize on their chances, and they figured out a way to hang into this game, but now they're getting these chances to come back and try and tie, and then it's not working out for him.
Yeah, he was nervous about his depth, about rolling his guys out on defense nonstop, and this is kind of what's going on right now. Let's see if they can dig their way out of this.
Billy Moore on the right side, now up top. Here's Brady West moving in. Here's Moore in behind the goal, back out in front, and there's Brady West who completes the hat trick. That's 3 goals for Brady West. He's got 23 on the season. And once again, it's a 2-goal lead, 6-4 for Southside.
Yeah, I think they've run that set a few times. The difference is, you know, they're a little tired. Great timing on the cut. Great feed by, looked like Aiello down there. Put it right on his stick.
Yeah, and Tesler went down, and West went up top.
Yeah, West isn't going to miss a lot of shots from there. That's a little too much to ask for Tesler. And again, this is the spot Bethpage doesn't want to be in. Down 2 with Melkonian at the X.
And they make it 12 for 12. And the Cyclones right back with the ball on a 2-goal lead with Aiello. Took a whack from behind there from McMullen. And now Meindl for Southside. Meindl gets it back.
Now I think you'll see Southside be very patient, probably go at about 15, 12 seconds, somewhere around there.
20 seconds to go, third quarter. Meindl retrieving it down the slot, moving in. couldn't get the shot away. It was deflected, and it winds up in the stick of Tesler with 8 seconds to go. Tesler fires it up to Cucurullo. Can they get a shot? 3 seconds to go. Cucurullo at midfield, and the clock will hit 0 to end the third quarter. The game was tied at the half, and it was a big third quarter for Southside, and they lead after 3 by a score of 6-4 here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Varsity Media covers every sport at every level from every angle. Game film, recruiting videos, highlight videos, sportscasts,
Under, and what a look.
photography, live streaming. You name it, we offer it. Don't leave your video needs to amateurs. Trust the pros. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Stand out from the competition with a Varsity Media college recruiting video. A college recruiting video from Varsity Media can help save money on college tuition and land a spot on the team. We use your best plays with our custom editing effects set to music to ensure a college coach sees your athletic skills. Contact us today to book a college recruiting video. 516-403-2050 or email Jeff at varsitymedia.net. Peter Schwartz, Tom Rooney back at Southside High School. We head to the fourth quarter with Southside up on Bethpage 6-4. And Tom, in the first half, Brian Luzzy for Bethpage had a hat trick, but in that third quarter, very, very silent. What did Southside do?
Well, they pushed out and denied him the ball, and quite frankly, they also rolled the ball back and had a lot of offensive possessions. Bethpage did not have a lot of offensive possessions. He needs the ball. He needs shots. It's a 2-goal lead. It just feels bigger, Peter, right?
Yeah.
It feels like it's a little bit bigger than that because right now this kid at the ex-Melconian is lights out. I mean, he's hasn't lost one. They've only been one where they've actually had a shot at getting the ball. So Bethpage has to get Luzzy the ball here in the fourth quarter. And if I'm Southside, I'm staying with that strategy. I'm pushing out on him, making it very difficult for him to touch the ball.
What can you do here if you're a Bethpage? I think we may have touched on it, at the open. But it's almost a helpless feeling when you know you can't win the face-off. I mean, do you almost have to put like a long pole in there and just see if you can work some magic and try and at least make a scrum for it?
Yeah, I think what they're doing right now is they're going to put their best player and see if Luzzy can't do this. I've seen him do it before. He's pretty good, and he's great off the ground. So this will be interesting if he can muck it up here and come up with the ball.
Roddy McCoy said we may see him take some face-offs, and it looks like that's going to be the case, and it is, as Melconian and Luzzy. And Luzzy created the violation on Melconian, who loses his first face-off of the game, so there you go.
Well, Peter, you wanted him to try something, and, why not? I mean, we said that Luzzy can do everything on the field. I'm not sure I meant including face-offs, but he can do face-offs,
Well, he didn't score in the third quarter, but a big play by Luzzy to draw the violation on Melconian. And now Luzzy with the ball in his hands. Let's see what can happen. Ball in his stick, actually, behind the goal in front.
Oh.
And loose ball picked up. No, it's still on the ground. And here is Southside. Another forced turnover, as it was Capitelli who couldn't hold on to it. Ball still bouncing around. And Luzzy's got it finally.
Yeah, Luzzy finds the ball a lot.
Capitelli had a chance to clear it there, though the ball was knocked away from him. Schwartzberg takes a whack at Luzzy, but he's able to get it back up top. And here's Galgano. Galgano moving in, fires one. There's a big save by Gentile.
Wow, that had some heat on it. Gentile, really good reaction.
And the Cyclones back the other way as Schwartzberg raced it across the line. Capitelli goes off. Schwartzberg will go off. And out comes Brady West. And DePietro. And also that's Jack Meyerhofer in the middle. He has the ball right now.
Yeah, mark down that save, Peter. That was a really good look for Galgano. I mean, he almost was on it. He had no one on him, really, at about 12 yards. Great save by Gentile.
Here's Brady West moving down the field, off into the corner. Up top, Meyerhofer, the shot is wide, but a couple of Southside players there to retrieve the ball and put it back into play.
There's 10 minutes left, but you get the feeling that this is a big stop right now for Bethpage.
Oh, no question about it. This is huge here for the Golden Eagles.
And if I'm Southside, I think I'm very patient right here. Make sure we get a good shot.
DePietro getting it down low. Now DePietro gets it back, and they work it around. Meyerhofer brothers passing it around. Now there's the shot, and it was kicked out there by Tesler off into the corner.
Aiello hit the post. Great offense.
Here's DePietro, shoots, he scores! Cole DePietro with his 8th goal of the season, and it's a 3-goal lead for Southside at 7-4.
Yeah, Aiello stayed with the play. He hit the post. The ball comes back to him here at X, playing with his head up. Nice feed to DePietro. Look at that. That's a nice, great placement.
Goes
Low opposite.
Far post on Tesler. And here comes Luzzy out to take another face-off here against Melkonian.
Yeah, why not? I mean, he they need the ball right now in a big way.
Melkonian and Luzzy. And it's Melkonian wins it that time. Races across the midfield line on the right side, holds it up. Here's Aiello. Melkonian off. Capitelli off as well. And here comes Southside getting their offensive unit out there.
Yeah, Melkonian is really tough. I mean, he's good with the ball, too.
That's 13 out of 14 face-off wins tonight for Melkonian. Left side, Mindel.
So you got the second middies for Southside. They're up 3. You're under 9. I would expect they're going to take their time before they attack the cage.
Vanko is in the middle. Left side, Mindel. And they work it around. It's Billy Moore on the far side. And down low, and they just are working it around. Very patient. They've got the 3-goal lead. They're in no hurry, as you mentioned before, Tom.
Yeah, and just like that, they threw the ball away.
Oh, look at that. That is a pick-off there by Bethpage. Looks like that was even Bryce Wiley down there that came up with that ball. Now, Bethpage is able to get it across. That was almost an over and back. Did they call an over and back? No, they called a timeout. The ball was in the stick of Brendan McMorrow. As he caught it, he almost went backwards a little bit, and it was very, very close to being over and back, but they did call a timeout there.
Yep, that's a big clear. It's a smart timeout because this is a big possession. You're not going to get a lot of possessions the rest of the way, so every one of these, looms a little bit larger, Peter. So I think that's a great timeout. And now you get a chance to get Luzzy rested, and the ball will start in his stick, and we'll see if Bethpage can, close this lead.
We'll tell you about some upcoming lacrosse sportscasts on Long Island here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. If you're getting tired of hearing our voices, and we hope you're not, we've got Manhasset and Cold Spring Harbor going on right now. Dylan Butler is on the play-by-play call. Is Rob Pinnell doing that game with Dylan tonight? I don't think so. No, we'll see what. We don't know what's happening with that one, but it's still. I think it's Dylan Butler on the call. Manhasset and Cold Spring Harbor. That game started at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Half Hollow Hills.
Cold Spring Harbor is up 2-0,
and Cold Spring Harbor is up 2-0. See the technology? We can look at the other game going on. Be something if we could do split screen one of these days. That would be fantastic. Live look-in. We'll see. It'll be tough to talk to Ben about that. Half Hollow Hills and Huntington is tomorrow. Then it's Farmingdale and Syosset. On May 6th, May 7th, Chaminade and Manhasset. See, I'm opening up my big mouth, coming up with these big ideas.
Yeah.
Now it's 3-0. 3-0.
Yeah,
this Sweeney
is
giving
awesome.
us the updates.
We were talking earlier. The kids love Varsity Media. Most of these kids are coming home from practice. If they're not playing, they're turning on Varsity Media.
And it's great to be able to bring all this, high school action to everybody watching, I had a chance to do a girls' high school flag football game the other night. You know, this
Wow.
new girls' high school flag football league
Yep.
that just started. The Jets are behind it, and Nike as well. And there's a limited number of schools and districts around Long Island that are taking part. It's expected to expand from like 11 teams to 25 teams next year. It was so much fun the other night. And that's the great thing about what we do here at Varsity Media Sports Network, is to be able to bring these games to families that may not be able to get out to the games, and also the kids get to watch it like you mentioned before. So it's a lot of fun to be able to do these games for everybody.
Yeah, the girls' flag football is awesome. Look at this.
There's a great pass in front. Score, Matt Tarabacchia. Matt Tarabacchia scores the goal to bring Bethpage within 2.
You know, it's almost ironic. We're going to look at the replay. Southside's in a zone, and they jump in a zone to try to slow it down. And what happens is they're worried about, Luzzy, and they're worried about the inside, and Tarabacchia finds a soft spot.
He was wide open in front and put it home, and we got a 2-goal game here. So, again, it's going to come down to Bethpage coming up with some stops because of what we're about to see right here.
Yeah, Tarabacchia going back to the X.
And another win for Melkonian. That's 14 out of 15. And he still got the ball. He moves down the middle of the field, gets it down low. Capitelli moving in. The shot, it was deflected. The shot was
What a check
hampered
by
a bit.
Corbo.
Yeah. And the ball gets its way to Tesler. And here's Bethpage with a chance to get within 1.
Yeah, I would give Galgano the ball here. Let him use his athleticism.
Here's Galgano, spins away from a smack there. Schwartzberg is on him, but he's able to. There's a pass that gets past. It gets past Jack DePonte, and it's a turnover. That was a golden opportunity for Bethpage to try and get within 1, but now they'll have to play defense again.
Yeah, Galgano did all that work.
Here's a misfire pass. Capitelli goes for it, and it's retrieved. And it's Southside with the ball. And that was Lizito who came up with that ball, that ground ball. Very big one there for Southside.
Sure was, because it looked like it was going to get a little hectic there.
And now Brady West slowing it down, getting his guys in the right spots. Here comes Cole DiPietro back out on the field.
You win a lot of games with guys like Owen West when you have a senior so composed, getting all the young guys in the right spots. Bethpage at some point is going to have to make a decision whether they're going to stay in this zone or not. It's not really forcing Southside to go.
Brady West down the far side, down low. They work it around. Here's DiPietro high up in the middle. Owen West fires one over top of the net, out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Southside.
Yeah, that was a nice-looking play by Owen West. He box-faked the defender, got his hands free, just sailed it high.
Cyclones put it right back in the play. 5.5 minutes to go. A 2-goal lead for Southside.
Yeah, Bethpage is going to have to press out a little bit more here. You see this zone expanding.
Brady West down the right side. Moving in behind the goal. Here's up top. DiPietro makes a move, left-handed shot, and there's a big save by Tesler. Tesler made a great save on a very good shot, but DiPietro comes up with a loose ball.
Yeah, what a save by Tesler, and then DiPietro just stays with the play, and he's going to get another one.
And the shot is blocked down. It rolls all the way to midfield, and it's kept in by Southside. That was a great play to hold that in.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was Mullen or who that was, but that was a nice play.
It's the player on the far side there. I don't think it was Mullen.
One of those big defenders
One of those
over
big
there.
defenders.
Those big guys.
I think that was Logan Kelly.
Yeah,
to
nice
be honest,
play by
I think it was
Logan
number
Kelly.
20, Logan Kelly. DiPietro throws it in front, loose ball, and Bethpage comes away with it. So Bethpage stays alive here. And it's Brendan Morrow, and now a loose ball again, and they're going to call a foul on Southside, and Bethpage is going to have possession. It's a push.
So this turns into a huge clear here. 4 minutes to go in the game. You're down 2. You know, if you struggled a little bit clearing the ball, I'd get the ball to Galgano right here. Let him leg it out again.
That's exactly what they're going to do here. It's Galgano to the right side, stops, now moves a little further downfield, takes a whack from Schwartzberg. Ball goes in behind the goal to Smith. And DePonte.
Now Bethpage has to find a way to get Luzzy the ball. Nice job by Erickson.
Erickson with that big stick, keeping the ball away from Luzzy. And there's some pressure there by Lozito.
You know, we said at some point someone else from Bethpage is going to have to generate some offense.
And here comes Bethpage. They work it around. That's Sagalis. Sagalis takes a whack from Capitelli.
Wiley can be
Here comes
dangerous
Wiley.
here.
Down the slot, fires one, saved by Gentile. And the ball is picked up by Lozito. Lozito has made 2 or 3 really good defensive plays here in the fourth quarter. And now it's Logan Kelly under pressure. And here we're seeing the pressure from Bethpage. And they're able to get to Schwartzberg right at the line, brings it back. Schwartzberg under pressure. Let's see timing-wise here.
Oh.
He gets across the line. No! Did not get it in time. And
If I'm Bethpage, I'm pushing this right now.
2:43. They're down by 2. Remember, they've got to get a goal, and they've got to somehow get a stop and get the ball back.
Right. It's not your average 2-goal lead right now. Galgano
Down the middle, takes a bump, is brought down, and the loose ball is picked up by Capitelli. He races down the right side and takes a bump again, and he's able to clear the zone. That's a huge clear for Southside as we head towards 2:10.
What a clear.
Great defensive stop there by Southside, and a good clear, too. Brady West in the middle, and now Southside in no particular hurry.
That was Lozito on the clear. I mean, he looked like a running back, bouncing off people, ran through Luzzy right at the midline.
Lozito has been huge here in the second half.
Yeah, he is tough. Aiello to the cage.
Aiello shoots, he scores! Michael Aiello, his first of the night, his 14th of the season, and that might be the dagger for Southside. It's 8-5 with 1:47 to go.
Yeah, Aiello does a great job of just, let's see the replay here. Bethpage extended. They have no one really inside to help, and he just gets under his defender with a nice finish. He's fired up, and he should be. That's a great play.
Yeah, he may have just scored the goal. It sealed this game for Southside.
Yeah, this is a tough spot.
And Melkonian is able to get that one again, so that's 15 of 16. Here. And let's see, what's the call? We have a turnover here. Bethpage pushes it quickly. They blow the whistle down. They want them to restart it with 1:39.
I think Coach DiPietro's frustrated over there. He was trying to call timeout, and they didn't give it to him. But Bethpage with a little bit of life here. Now you got to clear the ball.
Galgano. Oh, no, that's Corbo. Corbo takes it down the far side, and he gets a timeout. So a timeout called by head coach Roddy McCoy of Bethpage. And let's see, the whistle. The official is over talking. And let's see, I think they granted a timeout, Tom.
Yeah, it looks like they granted a timeout. A little bit of confusion, I think, about whether they had a timeout, but they did.
We'll step aside. 1:27 to go in the fourth quarter on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event? Look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Peter Schwartz, Tom Rooney, back at Southside High School, winding down this one. 1:27 to go, as you see on your screen, and an 8-5 Southside lead. And really, you look at this, Tom, it's a 3-goal lead. I think this game, in a lot of ways, was a lot closer than a 3-goal game. This was a 3-3 game at halftime. Very, very close game in the third quarter, but Southside just taking advantage of some opportunities to take the lead here, a bigger lead in the second half. But I think Bethpage deserves a lot of credit with the way they played here tonight.
Absolutely. Bethpage has played really, really hard. You know, they got a little tired, and you could see them even coming onto the field here. You know, they don't have a lot of depth. They play, not as many guys as Southside, and they've hung around. And listen, you don't win a face-off basically the whole night. That puts you in a really tough spot. Bethpage right now, it's 8-5. I think you're going to have to try to go really early here because you're running out of time, and then you got to try to figure out the X.
Yeah, it's not your, as you said it best before, it was not your typical 2-goal lead, and certainly now it's not your typical 3-goal lead.
No.
So Bethpage here with less than a minute and a half to go, trying to get a little bit closer. Here's Luzzy. Takes it out in front. Luzzy spins, double teamed, gets it up top. Now down low, and the ball comes loose. And let's see, Mullen is in there for Southside. He can't get it, and I think that's Lizito again that came away with it. Lizito, another big clear up in the middle, and there's a shot that goes wide of the mark.
You feel like Lizito's everywhere. I mean, he is tough. He finds the ball all the time.
That was Schwartzberg who took that shot on the clear. And now less than a minute to go, Southside with the ball. Ryan Meyerhofer with
stepped out of the box. He stepped in the box, and then he stepped out of the box. So Bethpage will get another possession.
50 seconds to go. Here's Wiley. Has it taken away. Southside has it back with Aiello. Aiello is crunched, and we've got a flag down. And multiple now we've got some physical play here.
Yeah, Aiello got a little fired up. You know, I don't think Bethpage is trying to hurt them. They're playing hard. They're a little frustrated here at the end of the game, trying to take the ball away.
Definitely had to be some frustration there for Bethpage here at the end. They played their hearts out for most of this game, or just about all of its game. Was really they're dealt a bad hand in a matchup like this.
Yeah, I tell you, Bethpage fought really, really hard here tonight. Even on that last play, Luzzy's getting doubled, gets the ball out, and they just couldn't find a way to score. But give Southside a lot of credit. They had to deal with the young man in Luzzy that gave them fits in the first half. They figured that out. And offensively, they took their time and figured out the Bethpage zone.
Well, this is why, games are not won or lost on paper. This is why you play the games. Just speaking to a few people around Long Island Lacrosse this week, I'm working the Bethpage Southside game. I'm like, ooh, Bethpage, they're going to have a tough time with that. And again, yes, they had a tough time in a very, very important area, but they found a way, playing tough defense for a good portion of this game, to make this a very, very competitive and entertaining game for most of this one.
Absolutely. If I'm Roddy, I'm really proud of my kids. In a way, Southside's supposed to win, right? They're the higher seed. You come in without a true face-off guy to face one of the best face-off guys on the island, and you're hanging in. You hung around the whole game. This is a great effort by Bethpage, and I think it carries them forward the rest of the year.
Yeah, Bethpage is going to close the game down 2 men with 15 seconds to go, and Southside's just going to hold it in the corner. That's Mindel. Will just hold it there with 7 seconds to go. And the clock's going to run down, and the final score is going to be Southside 8 and Bethpage 5. Southside improves to 8-3. Bethpage falls to 3-8. And again, we talked about this a number of times tonight, Tom, but it was a strong effort from Bethpage to hang in there for into the third quarter. But it's Southside coming up with the win, and a big win for them again as they await taking on Seaford next Tuesday.
Yeah, I think Southside, took a step here tonight. They know what they have in the goal with Tommy Gentile. They have an excellent defense. They have Melkonian on the X. And the offense, great production from Meyerhofer, obviously Brady West. They have a good team here.
Well, it was great working with you. Outstanding game. This has been a Varsity Media production. Executive producer Ben Turchin, technical director Chris Sweeney, our camera person Abraham Nieves. For Tom Rooney, I'm Peter Schwartz. Thanks for watching the game. This has been a Varsity Media production.